Today what we're going to do is make a cool vector poster for Day of the Dead. First thing, go ahead and hit File, go to Illustrator, go to File, New, click Points or Inches, change that there, and make sure your profile is set for print. In the newer versions, print will be up here. Make sure your page is going long, which is landscape. Click that, say OK. Here you are. It's going to take a second. Give the bouncing ball of torture a minute. There we go. All right, so what we need to do is go to File, Place, and the vector, the image I'm placing is on the Edmodo post to this video, so you should be able to see it. There is a video called, image that's attached called Brian Fife Poster. It will be in your downloads if you download it. Hit Place. And then I'm going to click and drag out and put it right there in the center. Now all we're going to do for this is use this as a template. So go to your layers, and if you don't see your layers, they're under your window command. Make sure there's a check beside it. We're going to go to the top right of that, click click on the flyout menu and click template. It's going to lock it, drop the opacity on it, create a new layer. And I'm going to use simple shapes to make the skull. So three circles and a rectangle. This is what we're going to use to make it, and then the Pathfinder tool. So click my square tool, hold down on that, grab your ellipse, set kind of center right there, click and drag out to where it's about the same shape as the top of the skull. Hold down Shift and your up arrow and move it up. That looks good. Turn off your fill on your stroke so you can just see the stroke. Bump up your weight appropriately. Might want to then continue pressing your down and left right arrow to get it just right. All right, so then what we're going to do is go and create another circle. Kind of, by the way, with my circle tool, if I hold down Command, I can click and drag that to shape, the size and shape I want it to be. Let's see if I position it just right there. Okay, hold down Command and Option with the circle tool selected, and it gives you the ability to click and drag it over. There you go. That's cool. This part right here is, let's try using a rectangle for that. Let's try a regular rectangle. Click and drag. Okay. So we're going to click this point here. We're going to click that point right there. It turns red. All the other ones are white. I can click and drag that in. I'm going to click that point right there and use my left arrow. Click this point here. Drag that one in. And you're straight. There's your shape. All we need to do now is grab our black arrow tools, rubber band over all of that. Use your Pathfinder tool. If you don't see this box right here, it's located in your window. Make sure Pathfinder's checked. If it's checked, it might be under some of this stuff over here. We're going to click the Unite feature. It's going to make this shape for us. And bam, we have a skull. All right, now I could show you how to make these flowers, and I want to, but I also want to show you how to make a border and give you a new tool for the day. We're going to go ahead and grab a rectangle, set your cursor in the top right corner, drag down. So there's your rectangle. I'm going to hold down Shift and Option, click and drag it in just a little. Let's go back. Shift and Option, drag in. There it is. Cool. Drop your weight of it. Probably bring it down to like 3. Okay, so then we want to make a border with a double line to it. So we can go Object, Path, Offset Path. And if we do a preview and we keep this at negative, it gives us 2 lines. Say OK. Now the problem is these two are linked to each other. If we can grab that one, it'd be straight. I don't know if we can. Let's see if we can. I just grabbed it with the white arrow tool. It seems like it's selected. Let's go to Window. go to our stroke panel. Where is it? It says it's over here. Oh, it's not. There it is. So bump down the stroke weight on that second one so it looks a little bit thinner. These little, we're gonna make these little flowers right here. All right, so how do you do that? It's very simple. We're gonna grab a ellipse. I'm gonna click and drag down, right? And then if I grab my anchor point tool and I hold down Option, click right in the center. I'm gonna do that again so y'all can see that. Grab my ellipse tool. I'm gonna click and drag an oval down. Grab underneath the pen tool at the anchor point tool. I'm gonna zoom in and I'm just gonna hold down Option and click right on the center. It's gonna make that into that shape right there. All right, so I got that shape going. I'm going to click and move that shape to where it needs to be. Guess I could like thin it up a little. Use my arrows to kind of position where it needs to go. All right, so grab your rotation command, hold down Option, click on the, we're gonna click right there on the bottom of it, right there. So right there. Enjoying the zoom thing. Okay, rotation tool, hold down Option, click right there. We can see the preview. It wants to go 45. We're going to press it down to go where we want it to go, which is right there. Maybe right over there. Okay, say copy, and then hit Command D. So we got that kind of cool floret thing going. Rubber band over those three things, and hit the Pathfinder Unite. And then so we have that shape. Now what I'm gonna bring it back, and what more is these little petal things inside of it. Let's see. How can I make those? Let's see. What if I did triangle? This is press the star down. Oh, yeah, what I'm doing here is click and drag the star, press it up or down, and then you can add more points. We're gonna just add one right there. Make it like that, and yeah, that would be cool. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is grab that, go to Effect, Distort, Transform, Pucker and Bloat, and then turn Preview on. And now I can see it's making kind of a interesting like little flower. I can do that a whole bunch and it comes out further, but we're just going to give it like 5 or 6%. Play around with that, say okay. Let's drop the stroke weight on that item right there. So let's see what do we need to do. Its stroke weight is at 1.8. Let's change that stroke weight to like 1 point. That looks kind of cool. Okay. All right, so I'm going to click on that object, go Object, Expand Appearance, bam. Now that looks pretty cool. We can Command C, Shift Command V, and rotate that. And now we've created an interesting flower. We can then use our intersecting path. And now that's been created. We can probably fill the center of it. Let's grab the white arrow tool right now. Click away from everything. Click the center. Invert that. So I'm going to rubber band over all that, Command G it. And then that's going to be a little artifact I use from time to time. Maybe I'll put that right there. That looks kind of cool. All right. So grab those things right there, click and drag them over to the corner. That looks straight. Cool. That looks almost like I did that on purpose. All right, now with that thing selected, I'm going to rubber band over these two objects right here and hit Command 2 to lock them so they don't move. I'm going to hold down Option, click and drag this off. Now it's selected, hold down Control, click on it, and go Transform, Reflect. Bam. It's set for vertical. Say OK. click and drag that over here to the corner. Select that, hold down Option, click and drag it up. Maybe hover over a little to the right, rotate it out. There you go. Option, rotate. Cool, so now what we're doing is if we turn off our background layer, we see that we have this interesting shape happening. Now, I left one of these other little stars here. Let's grab that real quick and make it bigger. Bam. Let's turn that into one of that star that's on our face. Let's grab that. All right, there. Let's make that right there. Hold down Shift and Option, drag it in. Rotate. Click on your fill. Cool. All right, so there you go. There's some stars. There's some little features. Let's do the circle tool real quick. So I'm going to drag back in real quick. Grab my circle tool, hold down Shift and Option, drag in. Rotate that. Grab another oval. Select both those objects right there. And then up here, if I click that horizontal line, they're straight. They're good. I'm going to click away from everything. Just click on that. Click on my rotation command. Hold down Option, click, and position this petal where I want it to go. Right there, it looks good. Hit copy. Command D that. And therefore, you got the eye straight. I can now click over that whole thing, grab it, hold down Option, click and drag it there. Now turn off my background layer. You see what I'm building. Okay, so play around with what you know. You know, line tools. I've taught y'all. There's tons you can do with a line tool. Effect. You remember this one? Distort, transform, zigzag. Right. Get your preview. You can do that. You can add more ridges to that. You can come over here and really increase that up high and make that look cool. You can go to, say, Object, Expand Appearance, and then you got this going on right here. And then so there's tons you can do with this. Give it a shot and see what you can create. All right, thank you so much.